Hello everybody, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for today's video. As you guys saw in the title, we will be doing my top 3 in every makeup category. Got bins and bins of makeup here. If you guys don't know, this video likes to kind of go around every year. Random times, random people do it, but I wanted to do it because I haven't done mine. I think I had to have done it mad long ago. Like, I don't even remember the last time I did it. I could probably find it, but I wanted to kind of give a re-up because I was doing my makeup today and I was like, yeah, this is like my #1 palette probably. And so I was just like thinking about this for a while. So I really wanted to do it. I really hope you guys enjoy. First, if you guys like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. And without further ado, let's just get started. Okay, so I think this is a little messed up because it says 1 year ago, but it's at not my last apartment, the apartment before that. So that was definitely 2 years ago. So it might be closer to 2 years because, yeah, that's not adding up. It doesn't say the month, though. Okay, I found it. It was August 8th, 2021. So this August, it'll be 2 years ago. I didn't do one at all last year, so it's obscene. Some of them are still favorites, though, from freaking 2 years ago. So I'm really excited about doing this and showing you guys all these goodies. So anyway, let's jump in. Let's go in the order I do my makeup. Primer is actually really hard for me because, honestly, none of them. I was literally like, okay, would I repurchase any of these? And I know my cult favorites are near and dear to my heart, but I'm kind of like not getting over them. I'm just trying new things. And so all my primers, I just rotate them so well. I try to use a moisturizing primer, then a glowy primer, or like I have like 3 different, I usually have moisturizing / hydrating, illuminating, and then I have like a few miscellaneous randos. So I have like a pore filling, I have like gripping, and then what was the other one? Like the Jacqueline primer oil. Those were like the randos. So I really like, again, I have so many primers. I think I have close to 20 now. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, but I just rotate them so well that none of them were like, would I run out and repurchase them? This one though, I think about a lot repurchasing. So first actually is the Sheglam Love at First Sight, Love at First Dive. Love Dive at First Sight moisturizing primer. I've been wearing this since I got this and I cannot stop. I love it so much that like obviously it's in this video, which is saying a lot. It is like a watery kind of consistently, like a watery based kind of primer, but it is so moisturizing and I just love it for this time right now because my skin feels so good. Now don't let this fool you. It's not glowy. It is literally simply just hydrating. Honestly, I'm just gonna rub it in here. It is so beautiful. You can see like a little bit of the difference because I didn't even put it all fully on this hand. It's hard to tell. This one just looks a little bit more awake, alive, hydrated, juicy, and not like, you know, Sahara Desert. I've just been obsessed and I cannot stop using it. I'm like, I could see myself using this up, quite honestly, because I love it that much. I love to wear under other primers in combo. Like, it's just so good. So I wanted to give that a shout out. I wanted to obviously give that a mention. The other 2 are like by default my favorite. Of course, my Rare Beauty Illuminating Primer. I do love this primer. That's the thing. I really do. And honestly, like once it's gone, I'll miss it, but I won't buy it right away. It is super, super illuminating. It just, you could see it, like the difference. It has that beautiful, beautiful glow. I just have other things that I feel like are good. So this category kind of sucks, but I wanted to mention that because I do love that primer. And then the other one was the Fenty Pro Filt'r Hydrating Primer. Again, with the premise of if I lost all my makeup, like would I repurchase this? No, probably not. I'd definitely get the Sheglam one because it's super, super affordable and maybe like a little mini of the Rare Beauty, but I definitely would not get this one just because it's a really good hydrating primer. I feel like honestly these are pretty similar. If I'm being completely honest, obviously different forms, but they're pretty similar where they're like a little bit more water based of primer. And they're just super, super hydrating and just melt into the skin so nicely. So I do really like it. I enjoy it a lot. I really love it. And you guys have heard me talk about it nonstop. But it's just like, I wouldn't repurchase it. Now, everything else in this video, I think maybe 1 or 2 more things that were like, I have to pick one. But like, no, the rest of this is like my favorites. Like, I would die if I did not have this. Okay, so let's go over foundation. So like I guess, I was gonna say going in order, but like number 3 out of the 3 is the LYS Triple Fix Serum Foundation. I fell back in love with this. I almost decluttered this at one point, and I'm so glad that I did not because this is so good. It's like this beautiful skin, like medium coverage, but it's not, they say like I think they call it a natural finish, but I feel like it's a more luminous natural finish, if that makes sense. It's a little bit more, and I don't want to say glowy because it's not glowy or like glowy. It's more like dewy, a little bit more juicy, I should say. It's not like just a normal natural finish. I feel like a natural finish tends to be more flat, and not flat in a bad way, but more like even, just like you could either be super glowy or super matte, like depending on what you want. I feel like this one is already leaning more toward glowy, like in that kind of realm. So like for this one, I wouldn't necessarily need to put on a super glowy base if I want to look super glowy, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like it could go either way, but I don't think it's dead natural finish. It's more like luminous natural finish. But I love this. It's only $22. I'm so glad I didn't get rid of it. I gotta make sure it's so good because I've had it for a while, but obsessed. I have the shade TG1. Oh my gosh, so good. And then these two are tied for first place because I cannot get enough of either of them. This is Sephora Best Skin Ever Longwear Foundation. I'm wearing this today. I'm obsessed. So delicious, so good. This is like actually a true natural finish where I feel like it's just right in the middle. You can kind of switch it up, do whatever you want with it. It is perfection. I think it's blendable, it's easy, it's smooth, it lasts all day. It looks so skin-like and real. I mean, all of these three look so you're gonna hear me say similar things because they all look so skin-like and just like, but they have medium coverage. It's perfection. It's like, I don't know what it is in these formulas that make it so good. Honestly, I think all of these have like weird ingredients. Maybe not. But anyway, so good. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Oh my gosh, obsessed. You guys know how much I love that. And then this one, the other two I've had for like a long time. This one I've got more recent, and I feel like I've probably used up just as much as of this one than the other two, because I love this. This is the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Foundation. It's in the shade N5 Neutral Medium. Bro, honestly, I want to see how much is in here, because left in here, because it's feeling like real lightweight, and I'm scared. Because, I mean, I will buy another one eventually. I'm obsessed. So good. It is that natural finish, medium coverage. Honestly, I feel like these are pretty similar. They're just not like, I don't know what, I feel like this one's a little bit more serum-like, a little bit more melts into the face. You could probably wear this a little bit lighter coverage than you could the Sephora collection. I feel like that's the difference. Not to say either of them are bad. I just love them both for different reasons, like different occasions. I feel like this just melts so beautifully. It's like, it is like a more serum-y kind of liquidy kind of consistency. I honestly don't even want to show you because I don't want to waste the product, but I'll do a little bit of swatches for each of them. I honestly feel like with these three foundations, I have a pretty good shade match, so of course, they're all going to look so different. That's actually mad funny. I'm losing products here. So this one over here is the LYS. The one in the middle is the Sephora collection, and then this is the L'Oreal. They honestly are all so similar. You can just see the juice to all of them. They're so beautiful, but yeah, definitely more of that. Like, it's so funny because I thought I loved like more glowy, dewy kind of finishes, but I think especially during the winter, I feel like I lean more toward that natural kind of finish so that I can kind of like make it what I want. And these foundations are just so good. Like, this was one of my favorite categories to pick because I was like, guys, you guys need to know about all of these. For sure. Concealer was like the easiest category. I was like, bing, bing, bing. And honestly, it's so funny because this one has changed quite a bit since I got these products. I feel like this was an OG, the Kosas Revealer Concealer. I think I probably did this in a video before the last one because I tried this. I had used up an entire one, loved it, and then bought it again recently. I'm just obsessed. I love this concealer. It is so beautiful under the eyes. It's like lightweight, easy to blend, so beautiful. It's so moisturizing under the eyes. It does not look dry ever, but I feel like it still has a nice amount of coverage, which that's the theme that I like, something with a lot like medium to full coverage under the eye. Surprise, but that looks like it's like not looks like it's light coverage, but feels like it's light coverage, I should say. Just feels very lightweight, and this does that for me. This one is a little bit more on the, like, I could wear a little bit more light medium coverage, like it's not super full cover, high medium full coverage, but it is so juicy. This one, if I want something super radiant, I'll probably go with this one. And then if I'm not wearing this one, I'm definitely wearing the Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Light Illuminating Smoothing Concealer. This one is so good. They're honestly pretty similar. This one is just not as this one's a little bit thicker, I should say, and so honestly I feel like it makes it look a little bit more coverage, and I feel like a little bit more like if I'm going more natural, I'm gonna wear Kosas. If I'm going a little bit more glam, like in the middle glam, I'm gonna wear this one. And it's just because it's a little bit thicker, but honestly the finish is so similar. It's a little bit more radiant, a little bit more juicy. Like my under eyes look healthy. I look young and fresh with this concealer. It's so good. I mean with both these concealers, but all three of these concealers, but still, you know what I'm saying. And then last but not least, the most coverage, the Sephora Best Skin Ever Full Coverage Multi-Use Concealer. I'm wearing this one today. Look at my under eyes, girl. I look young. It just looks so good under the eyes. And I love the coverage. I just do a little dot, up T-zone, and then blends it out. And it's so easy breezy, beautiful. So smooth, so creamy. Love the Best Skin Ever line. Amazing. But this concealer is so good. Yeah, it says full coverage, blendable liquid cream with a weightless feel. And I think that that's like a great description of it. It just feels like nothing. It feels so effortless and so easy, but like, girl, I'm covered. All right, and then let's do setting powders, and then we'll go into the other categories. It's funny because I feel like one year I think I did like 3 loose powders, 3 pressed powders. I honestly didn't even need to do that this year because I was like, no, we got my favorites, and I don't need to like mix in other products that I like just to pick, you know what I'm saying? But my number 1 loose setting powder is definitely the Complex Culture Set Go Translucent Setting Powder. It is so good. Ultra refined, fine line, and pore blurring finishing powder. Like, best description ever. It is so blurring, so smoothing. It evens out your under eyes. You look flawless. It's not dry at all. It is so like lightweight and just fine. It is so beautiful. So good. And it's $30. You can get it on Complex Culture's website, but I know you can get it sometimes with like Ipsy add-ons or Ipsy Shopper. I say do it because this is so freaking bomb. So good. Oh my gosh, love that powder. You guys know I use it like when I'm testing out new products just to see, like, you know, just to make sure I'm giving them the best test possible, because this is like bulletproof. It is so good. And then for pressed powder, of course, can you guess? It was actually my last video. It's in the thumbnail of my last video, which I thought was funny, my last top 3. And I was like, wow, I have a type here. Saying a lot though, these powders are getting older, but the love of my life, the Kosas Cloud Set Comfy Powder, the Kosas Cloud Set Powder in the shade Comfy. Oh my gosh, like look at that. So delicious. There's like holes all over it. It just looks so used and abused. I love this powder so much. To this day, it will be my favorite powder of life. I honestly, like when I use this up, I will repurchase it. I just can't live without this. It is so good. So bomb. And this is one like the Complex Culture. I feel like I have other setting powders that I wouldn't buy this right away. This one I would buy right away. I would get rid of all my other powders if that meant I could have a lifetime supply of just this powder. Honestly, it is so good. So beautiful. Sets your makeup so nicely. I don't use it for my under eyes or anything like that. I just set my entire face with it. And it's like angelic. It just like is literally a cloud on your face. So softly sets your face so beautifully. So good. And then of course the Jaclyn Translucent Setting Powder. I love this as well. So bomb. This one's a little bit more like luminous, if you will. The Kosas one sets my face a little bit more. This one leaves it a little bit more, not glowy, but a little bit more luminous, I should say. But it's still so stunning. I love this powder as well. It's been a favorite for a long time. I think it just looks so beautiful, and it just makes your face look so healthy. I love that. It gives a beautiful, like, healthy finish. I just love this powder. So good as well. Definitely wouldn't run out and buy it right away as much as I'd buy the Kosas, but definitely would miss it if it was gone. I don't have any powders like that, really, either of those, really. Okay, now bronzers. So I'm gonna do creams first, then powders. For creams, these are just like tried and true. You guys should guess them already. The LYS No Limits matte, the stick bronzer in the shade Harmony. So good, so creamy. The color is a little deep for me right now, but in the summer it is so stunning. The formula is beautiful. It's blendable. It's just perfection. Honestly, can't get enough of that. The Rare Beauty cream bronzer stick in the shade Happy Soul. This one's perfect for my skin tone right now. It's a little bit more, it's a little bit lighter, a little bit more cooler toned, if you will. It's just it's not as warm, so it doesn't look as crazy when I wear it as the LYS right now. But this one is also so good. Honestly, they are so similar. I did a whole video comparing the two because I was just like, wow. But the Rare Beauty is, I mean, the LYS is a little bit creamier. But honestly, like, you can't go wrong with either of them, whatever your price point, or if you want both, honestly, like, they'll be your number 1 and 2 forever, just depending on the season, probably depending on the color, honestly. The LYS runs a little darker, the Rare Beauty runs a little lighter, so again, depending on your, these are both the second shade up, I'll show you. These are both the second shade in the, collection, and, like, look at the difference. Like, look how light that is compared to that one, like... This is giving light medium skin tones. This is giving medium tan skin tones. So like it really just depends on which color you're looking for, honestly. But honestly, what I would do if I was gonna get both, I would do the same exact thing so I could wear one in the summer, one in the winter. Perfected. This is also one of my favorites. Oh, I love this. It's the Milani Liquid Contour. I honestly have to use this way more because I just bought 2 more liquid contours like this, and I need to use this one before I go around getting more. But this one is so good. It is so blendable, so creamy, so smooth. It's perfection, honestly, and I think it's so easy if you want more liquid contour. I honestly think that even if you wanted this, like if you want a drugstore, you don't need the Rare Beauty or the LYS. This one is a really great one because it's beautiful, it's blendable. It does everything the same thing. It's just a liquid contour, you know what I'm saying? So it's good. Amazing. Powder bronzer. Although this one kind of isn't a powder, versus the ColourPop Super Shock Bronzer in the shade Dream Vacay. I love this. Love it so much that like I put it in a project pan. Could see myself hitting pan. I don't know, maybe it's the color that I love. It really does remind me of vacation. I just love, 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 love. Ugh, the formula is so, I love ColourPop Super Shock formula. It is so bomb. So freaking good. Amazing. I don't even want to talk too much about it because I feel like I talk about it a lot. It is so good. So good. I'm so glad they came out with these because these were like new released in the summer and I just haven't stopped using it since. It's so good. It is hard because I like to use like a cream bronzer then a powder bronzer, so I'm using multiple products. This one's like a cream to powder, so I never know which one to wear it as, but I keep it in my powder drawer, so I use it usually alone as its own thing if you're curious. This one I just am surprised, but I wanted to mention it because I looking at my bronzers, I was like, honestly, like if I had to repurchase any of them, I don't think I would. I might repurchase this one though if I saw it somewhere in store or something. I wouldn't go out of my way, but I would purchase it if it was I saw it in store or something and I was starting over. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I know, can you believe it? How did it make it in here? But this color is so beautiful. The formula is so smooth. It's like, what I like about it is there's no shimmer in it. It's not like shimmery. It's just more luminous. So it has this like luminosity to it that's like a little bit more lifelike, a little bit of a pick-me-up, glowing goddess kind of vibe, but it's not shimmery. And so I have some shimmery bronzers that I do love, but this one I've been reaching for more where I want something a little bit more lifelike, like literally matte but not flat, and that's this. It gives it to me. I mean, it's a cult classic for a reason. I just slept on it for so long, but I got the shade Deep Bronzer and it's not deep at all, you guys saw, so there's that, but it's really, really good. Mine also is broken and shatters everywhere. Anyway, last but not least is Sephora Colorful Contour in the shade First Touch. Oh, I love this. I literally love this. I honestly was like, when I was looking at my bronzers, I was like, wow, Marissa, you have a lot of like subpar bronzers. Like, I'm serious. And not even, like, some of them I really do love. This is First Touch. But these are like my favorites. And I'm like, honestly, I reach for these over everything else most of the time anyway. But this one is so freaking gorgeous. I think it is so blendable, so smooth. And it's a nice contour for my skin tone where it's not too gray and not too contour-esque. But it's definitely not warm or like this more bronzery kind of product. It's like perfect for my skin tone right now. I'm obsessed. I love it. I think it's so inexpensive. The formula is so good. Everything about it is so cute. I think you could take like the back off and take the, can you take the color out? Something like that. I think they're like removable or something like that. But so super cute. Obsessed. Love. All right, let's do cream and blush quick. Of course, like obviously I have 3 to mention. First, I love these. I can't get enough. The Milani new Cheek Kiss cream blushes. They are just so creamy. It is so amazing. Honestly, I would recommend these time and time again. Honestly, I would see myself like always having this on hand just because I love recommending it and I love telling you guys about it, even though maybe I don't use it every day because I got a lot of blush, but you know what I mean? It's so good. It's only 10 bucks. The formula is superb. It's creamy. It looks so good. It's easy, beautiful, buildable, beautiful. Next is the Rose Ink Lip and Cheek color in the shade Daylily. Oh my gosh, I love this as well. This is a little bit thicker of a formula. There's like stuff caught in it. It's a little bit thicker of a formula, so it's not as like creamy as the Wet Milani, but this one is so nice as well. This color is so beautiful. It looks like nothing, but it's a little bit more than neutral on the cheeks. More than neutral on the cheeks. It's so beautiful. I think this formula is a little bit like, not easier, but it's a little bit more buildable. You don't pick up a lot at one time when you first use it, and so that's really, really nice. And if you want to try like some high-end kind of luxe products, honestly, of course, just get the Milani if you're on a budget. But if you're looking to try some high-end products, wow, then I would definitely try this one. I really love that. And then last but not least, Obsessed. If you guys want to try anything from Mere Beauty, I will say it right now. My link is always down below. If you want to use my commission link, that would be amazing. Get me some, what is the word? Help a girl out, basically. But this is the Merit Beauty cheek color in the shade Beverly Hills. Oh my gosh, this color, I slept on it because look how pink that looks. On the face, it looks a lot more neutral, like a little bit more neutral, and there's no other word for it. But this formula is so easy. It is so beautiful. Look how just dewy and just fresh that looks, and it's so blendable. It is so beautiful. It's not difficult at all. It's honestly super easy. You can use a sponge, just dip it on there, a brush, you can draw it on, you can put it on the back of your hand and transfer it. However you want to do it, it works. It's perfection. I'm obsessed. Love that. It is a little bit more expensive, but again, help a girl out. You can help a girl out. If you want to help a girl out, you can. Okay, real quick, I was like, what are all these products? Powder blush. So, first I wanted to mention this. This is like an honor, it's not an honorary mention, it's newer. Blush was hard. Okay, I felt like, I was like, any of these, like, would I ever purchase any of these? And honestly, there were so many that I was like, no, I would not. 2 of these, I would. One of them, I was like, this one I just is my go-to. Like, it's like a core in my collection, so I wouldn't necessarily repurchase it because like I don't know, but I know that it's like something I reach for often, and like specifically in my head I'm like, I want something like this, and it's always this product, but I'll mention that last. First, I wanted to mention this is Sheglam from the Sheglam Love Dive collection. So again, it's newer to me, but this blush in Rose to the Occasion, I cannot stop freaking using it. Look how scary that is. First of all, terrifying, but the way you just, I don't even know, it's so hard to explain because it looks so pigmented. Like with a brush though, it is so, I'm just gonna blend it out. Keep blending it out so you guys can see. Look at how scrumptious. I want to eat it. It is so, I didn't actually lick it, I swear. But it is so beautiful. The formula is so blendable. It's buildable. It's delicious. Delicious. And I know you guys have seen me wear it. I've seen me wear it. I just am obsessed. I'm in love. Would not trade anything for this. It is so freaking bomb. So good. So I wanted to mention that. And then this one is also from the Sephora Colorful Collection, whatever you want to call it. This is the Longwear blush in the shade Shame on You. I love this. Oh my gosh. I want to get so many more of these, but none of the colors like speak to me. This one just looks, look at it. It looks so like nothing, but it is so beautiful in combo with other blushes. It just is just, even by itself, it's just so beautiful. It's like that light, it's like I'm blushing kind of blush, you know what I mean? Like it's not super pink, it's not super neutral, it's not super warm, it's like not super cool. It's like the perfect just blushing kind of blush, and I love this, especially for my skin tone. Lighter skin tone, I feel like will love this as well. Deeper might not get too much use out of it, but it is so stunning. It looks a lot lighter than it is. I don't know why, but it does. So good. Don't sleep on that. All right, and this is the one that I was talking about. It's kind of like a core, but this is the e.l.f. Face Duo in the shade Spice Apple. I honestly like, because I just don't use this highlighter ever. The blush though is so pretty. I honestly for a while was like, I could probably hit pan on that. No way. But it is so pretty. This is like a neutrally kind of blush. It's really hard to see. I have so many swatches on there, but it's more of a neutral, there you go, kind of blush where it kind of just like is a little bit more warm toned, a little bit more like, if I'm doing a neutral brown kind of look, I'm going to wear this kind of blush because it's not bright in any way. There's no pink to it. It's more just neutral. And so I really do like that for certain occasions, honestly. Like when I need it, this is the only one that has it. You know what I mean? So that's why I hang on to it, and that's why I wanted to mention it. But it's not one that like I use every day or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But I really like this formula a lot. I really wish these were just singles, and my life would be so much better. But it's a duo, so there's that. All right, last but not least in this first section here, oh my gosh, is blushes. So I'm sorry, highlighters. So of course we have to mention Miss Ofra Rodeo Drive. Honestly, mine is ancient. I think about like repurchasing a new one all the time because I'm like, girl, you need a new one. Mine is still in the old packaging. Although granted, I got mine in like an Ipsy or something, so it's not as old as like these packaging are. It's not like that old, but that old. It is. It's like 3 years old, honestly, but in my collection alone. But this is so beautiful. It's a cult classic, again, for a reason. You cannot go wrong. I feel like I would love this till the day I die. Even when I will repurchase it probably. I just am obsessed. It's amazing. 10 out of 10. And then this is a newer one, but of course I had to mention, I just have been obsessed with it, and honestly it went right to the top. There's one other highlighter that I was like I could squeeze in there, but I was like I think I like this one more, at least right now. It's the Rare Beauty highlighter in the shade Exhilarate. I just love this formula. I'm obsessed. Truthfully obsessed. It is so pretty. Honestly, you guys probably want to see them compared, so I just took that swatch off for no reason, but... This is a Rodeo Drive, and then this is Rare Beauty. You can see there's a bit of a difference. Rare Beauty's a little bit icier, but essentially they're pretty similar in just the way they just look on the skin. They look so beautiful and just stunning. They melt into the face so nicely. I'm just obsessed with those formulas. So good. But then number 3, of course, my ColourPop and Dobby highlighter. I just could not live without this. You'd have to pry it out of my cold dead hands. I'm wearing it today. I just cannot stop wearing it. It's a Super Shock formula, and so I cannot, you can't even, like, it's so funny, like, compared to these two, it doesn't even look like much of anything. Okay, there it does. But it's so beautiful and just, like, ugh, melts into the face. This is for those girls who don't like to wear highlighters, and I like highlighter, but I feel like just is more on trend, where it's like that natural, just like glow from within. You can see from the face, like from forward, it doesn't look like I'm wearing anything, and then from the side, it's like, oh, it is so good. I'm just obsessed. Look at this hand, is so beautiful, honestly. This is one of my favorite, wow, that's not true. I really don't like highlighter, don't like buying highlighter, don't like collecting highlighter. It's not something that really speaks to the soul, but these 3 are my core ones. Like, honestly, if I didn't want to make it as like a YouTuber, if I just kind of wanted my own makeup collection for the fun of it, I probably could get rid of every other highlighter I had, because these are my favorites, you know? Alright, real quick, next basket. I had to take a second, but I know you guys didn't. Here, next is just do setting spray really quick. This one out of the 3 is number 3, but I really have been obsessed with this. I've been talking about it nonstop. It's the NYX Avatar Medcaina Mist. I don't know what it is about this. It is so beautiful, though. It's like the perfect facial mist. It's just a facial mist. It's not glowy, it's not illuminating, it's not mattifying, it's not anything like that. It's just a facial mist where your skin just feels refreshed, a little bit pick me up, but it's set. It's not going anywhere. Your makeup is just like set exactly where you want it, but you feel refreshed and good. This is one, like, honestly, I probably would wear a lot in the summer because I feel like it's just so beautiful. I don't know. It's so good. But real quick, another, of course, my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I don't know if Morphe closes. I don't know what I'm going to do. I love this stuff. I honestly should just stock up now because it is so good. It is so good. This is the best, like, melt the powders into your face kind of setting spray. Like, I have so many setting sprays. I have 20 setting sprays right now. And this is the best one. Like, it's just the best one. And I mean, the best one for that. None of them compare to this as far as setting your makeup powders into your face and just making it melt and look like more skin-like. Nothing is compared to that. Compared to this in that regard, you know? But this one is also the love of my life. Honestly, this is another category where I probably could, like, live with these 2 forever, like, repurchase these 2 forever, and then this one kind of, like, just change the 3rd one out, because I do really like this one a lot right now, but obviously it's not, like, a necessity when I have these 2. But this is the Jaclyn Cosmetics All Set Setting Spray. She's the goat. I honestly, it kind of took over my One Size Preserve the Serve because I loved that for a while, but this one is better. It just is so freaking good. It adds this, like, beautiful skin-like luminosity, but it's not too much. It's like the perfect amount. Even if I spray this on a lot, I won't look glowy or overly dewy. I just look more luminous and a little bit more natural, a little bit more like chef's kiss, but it sets your makeup so well. Like, my makeup does not budge with this on. So freaking bomb. Oh, crap. Gonna do eye products real quick, and then we'll do lips at the end. But I was gonna do lip balms first, but I forgot, and now we're having to save lip balms, but that's fine. So real quick, brows. So for brow pencils, this one is, this category is so funny because honestly I should get rid of all my other brow pencils because these are the only ones I use. Besides, there's one other one that I use a lot. The ABH Brow Wiz, sorry. But the Benefit 20 Precisely My Brow Pencil is my favorite. I buy it all the time. I definitely would purchase it after I use this one up because it's just so good. Do I have a lot of product? I feel like yeah, that's a lot of product, and I still have more. But it is so good. It's just an easy brow pencil. It does what it needs to do. It stays in my brows. It's just, honestly, it's beautiful. and I love to have this one on hand at 24/7. This one's probably been in the favorites in the top 3 every time because I just love it. This one I also freaking love. I used to use it way back when, and then I repurchased it. I'm so glad that I did. It's the LA Girl Shady Slim Brow Pencil in the shade Espresso. Oh my gosh, so delightful, so delicious. There's nothing to swatch, but it's just as precise and pretty. It's a little bit, I feel like it's a little bit more waxy than the Benefit, but I still feel like that just makes it hold just so beautifully in the brows. It doesn't pull out brows or anything like that. It's a little bit different formulas. Like, honestly, I wouldn't, they're similar, okay? But they're definitely not, like, honestly, you could get away with either one, but they're not, like, exact dupes. So I feel like, obviously, it depends which price range you're wanting, because they get the same effect. They get the job done. They're so good. Obsessed. This one I also love, somewhere in the middle. It's the Sephora, as far as price point, but it's the Sephora retractable brow pencil, and I have the shade chocolate brown. Apparently it's waterproof, but I don't know. This one also has this that beautiful, like, fine point. Same kind of thing. It's just it's smooth, it's creamy, it does the job, it is just stunning. Don't look at my hair. Oh my gosh. It's just a really good brow pencil. Honestly, I think the top 3 at Sephora are this one, the Benefit, and the ABH, because they're so good for a reason. They really are. And real quick brow gel, I have 2 clears. One that I've just been, I like just to throw in my brows, but I'm just not, I don't want anything super hard. I don't want lamination. I just want it, like, just in there to hold a little bit. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Clear Lash and Brow Mascara. Honestly, it's pretty good. It doesn't do, like, it doesn't dry down to anything super crunchy or really crunchy at all, but it kind of just holds them in place where they are. It's super natural, I should say. It looks just very, it just kind of holds the color on a little bit longer, but it's not anything like super strong, intense hold. If I want something super strong, intense hold, I go for this one. This is the Essence Fix It Like a Boss Transparent Brow Gel. This sucker holds them brows in. You can even see it's a little bit like goopier because it dries down to a little bit more like gel, honestly. And this just says that you could use it for like your baby hairs, which it is so good for that. Honestly, I should like get another one just to keep it with my stuff, even though I don't know how to do that. This side works really nicely. Anyway, so freaking good. It really does like hold your stuff together, and that's what I love about it. I think it's so good. This is more recent, a newer purchase, but I've been obsessed, so needed to mention that. And then this is the only one I use when I want some color. So recently I've been kind of doing this very no makeup look where I just wear like primer, foundation, setting powder, and brows, and maybe like a lip gloss, but honestly that's it. Sometimes I'll throw on mascara, usually not, but if I'm throwing on brow product, it's always this product. It's the e.l.f. Wow Brow, because it's just so easy. It has those fibers in it where it just kind of fills in your brows, and I slept on this. I did not like it at first. I was just kind of like whatever, but recently I've just been more obsessed, more and more obsessed. Honestly, this is one that I honestly would have on deck. I would like to have on hand at all times, just because when I want something like that, this is the best at it. So like, I don't need any other brow gels with fibers in it. That's just the best one. Okay, real quick, I'm just gonna skip to eyeliner because they're blocking my eyeshadow palettes, but real quick, my top 3 eyeliners. The number 1 eyeliner formula, the Sephora Colorful Crayon Contour Eye Pencils. I have 3 shades. So good, every single one of them. They're so beautiful. They do not budge from your waterline. They are so creamy. They're so good. The shade Tiramisu is the love of my life. You guys know we've talked about this. If you're new here, this is the love of my life. So freaking bomb. Obsessed. Yes. I also really love this Pixie Endless Eye Silky Eye Pen in the shade. I have the shade Deep Plum. I really like this color specifically. The formula is really nice. It is a little bit more, it is creamy, and it does hold its place nicely. I just like the Sephora ones better. Honestly, I have no specific reason in it, but I do like those better. They're a little bit creamier based on drawing it, but honestly they both hold really nicely. This is Tiramisu, and then this is Deep Plum. The shade Deep Plum is just, I like that color a lot, and I honestly like, if I bought it in the Sephora, I probably would just get rid of the Pixie, but I want to mention that. And then if I want some fun colors, I really do like the LA Girl Shockwave Neon Eyeliners. I feel like sometimes they're a little bit drier, so they're a little bit harder on the waterline, but you can see how vibrant they are. They are really vibrant and just really good at being a colorful liner, so I have to give them credit for that, of course. And then for mascara, really fast, I've been just reaching for this all the time, the It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. It is so good. I do think the formula is a little wet, and it's a little annoying because I find myself, like if I'm rushing or something, I find myself getting mascara flakes everywhere because it still has yet to dry out, which I guess is working in its favor. but like also I want it to be just a little bit drier. A little bit drier would be perfect, but the formula is still so good. My lashes look long and beautiful, and I'm so glad that what is her name? Emily Noel made me buy this because I love it. I also really like the Ilia Limitless Lash Mascara. I don't know how old this is. I'm sure it's coming up on its expiration, but this mascara is so good. You can get it in lots of kits. It has this like wonky wand here. It's just so good. Honestly, am I wearing? No, I'm wearing the other one today. But I think I wore this the other day. It's just so beautiful. It's lengthening. It looks so good. Your eyes look voluminous. They look full but long and just girly, and I just love that mascara. And then, of course, everyone's holy grail, the Essence Lash Princess. I love this stuff. I can't get enough. I'm wearing this today. And I just, honestly, I have so many good mascaras that it's hard. But, like, this one always I go back to because I love this one. So, needed to mention that. Alright, real quick eyeshadow palette. So, this one, I was so hard. For this third place spot, it was really hard because I was like, there are so many good ones that I could I could live without them, but I didn't want to live without them, you know what I mean? Honestly, it was only torn between this one and one other one, so it really wasn't that many, but I was like, I don't know, but I have to give it to the Tartelette eyeshadow palette. This little mini guy here has stolen my heart. It is so beautiful. Formula is so easy, breezy, beautiful. I keep saying that, but this color shimmer is so stunning. I feel like it's just perfect for just kind of everyday, natural, glam kind of look. Like if I'm going to work, I feel like I could just easily throw on any colors and just add the shimmer on top. Don't wear the shimmer, just wear mattes, and I would be perfectly fine. The formula is superb. It just is so easy. I just love it so freaking much. Yeah, these eyeliners are not going anywhere. Anyway, obsessed. Love this palette, so good. I needed to mention it. Of course, I love this palette, and I was like, could I live without this? I was just like, no. I mean, like, I could, but I wouldn't want to, because these shades are so freaking stunning. The mattes are beautiful, but these shimmers are like no other. They are like buttery, smooth, creamy. This makes my heart so happy that, like, I could not... Look how delicious. I could lick them. They look so good. I just love this formula. Love this palette. I love Lunar Beauty, and I want to buy so much more from the brand. But definitely just so freaking obsessed. Needed to mention that one. Definitely a top favorite. And then last but certainly not least, this is like my number one palette. One of my number one products of the like entire freaking 2022 and going into 2023. I'm just obsessed. The Harry Potter palette. I just can't get enough. I wore it today, and this was the product that I was just like, I have to do that video because I need to mention this palette. It is so good, and I hate that it's like controversial because I want so many people to enjoy it, but they just refuse to because they want to pick a side or whatever, or they don't want to get involved. But it's like, girl, if you love it, buy it. Like, you just need it. It is so good. I'm wearing the tones today, like I said, and it is so stunning. the mattes are beautiful. They're ColourPop's best formula. ColourPop's better formula, I should say. I don't know about their best because they probably could pull out some more formula. I haven't tried every single palette, but it's definitely their better formula where the mattes are just blendable and smooth. The shimmers are stunning and just easy. They're nothing too crazy. There's one pressed glitter, one Super Shock shadow, but like honestly, again, nothing super crazy. These two shades I'm wearing today, and this, look at these fun tones. Oh my gosh, this is the Super Shock color. And then let's do one of the whites. This is like a whiter kind of color. Like, look at these tones, so delicious. And obviously nothing compares to that Lunar Beauty shimmer formula, but this whole thing is just so stunning. I love this palette. It was well thought out. The packaging is stunning. Like, you'd have to also pry this out of my cold dead hands. There are not very many products that I say that about, but this, out of my cold dead hands. Alright, so real quick, lip products. So lip balms, really fast. I love the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. So freaking good. I have the shade Peppermint, and I honestly am so glad that I bought this year. When I use this up, I probably will repurchase another one just because I like to have at least one on deck. I don't like having too many open because I feel like then I don't use them all, but like just having one and being able to use it every now and again is just so freaking good. My lips feel juicy, voluptuous, they feel healthy, and just delicious. I love that balm. I also love my Too Faced Hangover Balms. So freaking bomb. So good. I have the shade Mango right here, and then I have one more upstairs, but honestly another one that I would just hang on to for every now and then because it feels so good. This one is a little bit more like cooling, has that cooling effect to it, but it feels so nice on the lips. My lips look juicy and plump. Again, same kind of deal, voluptuous, obsessed. And then this one I've been wearing more so recently. This one's more of a gloss. It's called a lip balm, but I wear it more like a gloss because it's so like reflective. It's the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm. I have the shade Vanilla, and honestly, like, I think about getting another shade all the time. Look how just like shimmery that it, like reflected that is. It looks more like a gloss, but it feels so good, like a lip balm. It's just moisturizing. Your lips look good, feel good, the whole nine. And I think about getting another shade often. I'm like, the next Sephora VAB sale maybe, but I don't need one, but I want one because it's that good. And then lip liners really, really fast. My favorite number one LA Girl Ultimate Intense Day lip liners. Honestly, when the shade uses up, I probably will repurchase it eventually because like it is so good. I love this color, but I love this formula. It stays so nicely on your lips. Just look at how beautiful that is. It is so freaking good. I love this formula. It's a little bit more, it's not super creamy because it needs to hold on to your lips a little bit longer. So it's just a nice combo of like creamy enough that you don't feel like you're ripping your lips, but like not super creamy where it's going to move around with lipstick, you know? So good. This is a little bit creamier of a formula. It's the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Liners, but I love this formula as well. I think it's super nice. It feels a little bit more, like if I'm wearing like a balm like this, honestly, it would feel really nice. Or like the Maracuja Juicy Lips, I feel like it would just be a perfect combo because it adds a little bit of a pout, but it's not anything super drastic or dramatic or like super dark. So I feel like this color is nice. It's soft pink. I just really like this formula as well. It is a little bit creamier than the LA Girl, but they both are really nice. And then last but not least, the ColourPop VFF lip liners are also really good. These are sharpened ones, so it's not my favorite, but like this thing does a weird thing where it like comes out far and whatever. It's just annoying, but the formula is so nice. I have the shade BFF right here. It's just a great color to have on deck. Let's add a little bit of this one. And like I wouldn't be disappointed if I had more of these colors. I just don't usually get them because I have so many, but I wouldn't be disappointed. Let's talk about lipsticks. Well, I just replied. I love. This one was hard because I was like, what category do I count this in? But I decided to count it in as lipstick. This is the ColourPop, they're the glowing lips. I have the shade Warm Up Guy, and I love this color, first of all. It's so freaking cute. Today when I was wearing it, I just kind of reignited my love for these products because they are so beautiful. I like a more juicy lipstick, I should say. I feel like I don't love matte as much, and I do wear matte every now and again, but I feel like right now I always changes. Like I feel like a month ago I was all for the matte. This time I'm like giving gloss. I don't know, but this color, I like this lipstick. I feel like for matte I would want it rather a liquid lipstick than a lipstick. You know what I mean? Like for a lipstick I like some glowy, for a liquid lipstick I like matte. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, but this one is so beautiful. They're kind of similar to the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lips, which I'll just mention as well. But I feel like the Maracuja Juicy Lips are a little bit more like lip gloss-esque, whereas the ColourPop are glowing lipsticks. Does that make sense? But here's the Maracuja. You could just see the difference in glow. Like this one is a little bit more glowy, a little bit more gloss-esque. Their formula is so good though as well. I'm obsessed. That's the shade Clear, which is amazing. And I did want to mention one matte lipstick because I love this formula, and one of you guys commented it for me. It was the Italia Deluxe Matte Mousse Lipsticks. I have the shade 15 Natural right here, but I have a few of them and they're so good. They are super matte, but they are so, first of all, they smell like coffee, but look at that color. It is so stunning. They're so pigmented. It doesn't get streaky or weird or anything like that. It's just perfect. It just covers your lip color so beautifully. And the matte is not super drying. It's matte, but it's not like dry out your lips kind of matte. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh, this video is so long. Okay, real quick, liquid lipsticks. I kind of just picked a couple because I was like, oh, well, I'll just mention them. My favorite, I love the Too Faced Melted Matte lipsticks. I want to get other colors. I feel like they are pretty matte. You know, they stay in place. They don't go anywhere, but they are a little, for some people they're too matte, so I'll say that. For me, I don't think they're too matte. I like them a lot, but it's up to you, personal preference. I have been falling in love with the Sephora cream lip stains. So they stay cream if you don't blot them off, but if you blot it off, the color will stain your lips, obviously. So just so you heads up, I was a little bit confused about that. I don't know why, because it obviously says cream lip stain, but I'm stupid, so if you're like me that's how you do it. And then last but not least, the ColourPop Luxe Liquid Lipsticks. I actually do enjoy these a lot. They're a little bit fluffier, a little bit thicker, but they end up looking really pretty. They're honestly similar to like the gloss stain effect, where like you want the aftermath to stay, not necessarily the glossy part, but so stunning. I love all those formulas. And then real quick, my glosses. Number 3, the Kaja Gloss Shots. I really really do enjoy these a lot. I feel like I haven't repurchased them because I still have 2 that I have not used up, but I do really like this formula a lot. It's a little bit thicker of a formula, but it ends up looking so delicious on the lips, and I love this color too. It's the shade Rosy Mocha. It's a little bit more cooler toned, and I feel like it just looks really pretty with a lot of looks. And then we have the NYX This Is Milky Gloss. Honestly, these are going to look a little bit similar. Wow, because it is also a little bit more cool toned, but this one has a little bit more color to it. The NYX This Is Juice Gloss, I have the shade here, Choco Latte Shake. It is so good, though. I love this formula. I've talked about it quite time and time again. Obsessed. And then last but not least, the NYX This Is Juice Glosses. I had to mention because they're my favorite. They're the love of my life. So freaking good. Super, super glossy. You can see them here. They just feel so lightweight. I have 4 of them now. 4! But they're so lightweight and juicy. Look at this hand. So delicious. Delicious. I'm using a makeup wipe and these eyeliners aren't even coming off. Sheesh. I knew I shouldn't have swatched them. That's okay. Maybe it'll come off later. Anyway, guys, that is it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Again, I'm obsessed with all these goodies. I know it was a longer one, but these are like, when you get me talking about my favorite products, it's gonna be a long video. Let's just get those facts straight. Let me know what you think. Let me know any of your top 3. And yes, that is it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.